answered, and it was written in 2012. A text message arrived from which read, Big Music Festival in Westport House. Imelda May, the Waterboys, Ray Davies included. Our attention was gripped. All the boxes ticked. Westport, our favourite place. All our favourite bands in the lineup. Immediately, Joan, my wife, made the required internet bookings with caravan space reserved for 3 nights. Finally, the weekend came. We loaded the car with requisites for this day and set off. The festival motto, "The West is Calling," was being honoured. The location of the festival, Westport House, was familiar to us, but new routes for entry were constructed and well signposted. Access could be made from the 4 compass points with the newly constructed gate leading from the centre of Westport town. It was a fitting invitation to the activities within. With the green pass we gained into the caravan park. Westport House parklands looked great with banners and flags, and the helpful smiling staff made us all feel welcome. The weekend showed great promise. Equipped with authorised wristbands as our key to passage, we did a pre-concert tour to find all the locations and contemplate our options. Saturday morning saw the campsite and caravan park full, a mini Glastonbury in the trees. It being a sunny morning, throngs of people were arriving to the venue. All ages were present, from pensioners to young families with toddlers in wellies and babies in buggies. The side shows with local and exotic food stalls, craft and art exhibits, along the usual Westport House children's activities left everybody with something to see of interest. The impressive main stage, set against the background of mature woodlands, stood proud, flanked by 2 high towers supporting massive speakers. The blue big top marquee, which housed the second stage, lent a carnival atmosphere to the park, which was edged with multicoloured tents and gazebos holding various visiting displays. Westport House, looking splendid and aristocratic in its setting, seemed to blend comically with the 2 tall, slender inflated puppets which were waving their limbs gleefully in the warm June sun on the lawn. This was an idyllic place to be. Unfortunately, however, on day 1, with the music, came the rain. But this was a festival in Ireland. Partisan patrons came equipped with every conceivable form of rain apparel, from the sublime to the ridiculous, from ponchos to umbrella hats, yet all functional. Until near midnight, the crowd and the music dropped through the showers, and the top acclaimed international acts gave their best to the enthusiastic crowd who clapped and danced and sang along to old familiar tunes of the 60s through to their contemporary songs of today. After a trouble-free night in the caravan park, we awoke to a sunny morning and the promise of a summer day. The rain of the previous day was forgotten, and everybody enthused about the great music vibe and wonderful atmosphere conducive to all ages. The sun being down for the day, the grounds in Westport House looked splendid. The gigs on the 3 stages had huge crowds who bobbed, jived and sang in sheer enjoyment. An assortment of mats, stools, folding chairs and loungers were spread throughout the ample site, all convenient to the music stage. The food, drink and craft stalls had a field day with sales and inquiries, and everybody seemed happy. The top artists who performed into the midsummer darkness drew great crowds. A testament to the ease of the whole festival was the presence of previous performers relaxing with the crowd while listening to their equally famous peers belting it out on the stage. Another highlight was seeing Lord and Lady Alphonse, Jennifer and Jeremy Brown mingling with the crowd and enjoying the music. The success of the Westport Festival of Music and Performing Arts was a justified compliment for the lifelong hard work, investment and initiative that the Brown family had committed in making Westport an environment the perfect recreational centre that it is today. This first Festival of Music and Art at Westport House was a wonderful weekend of entertainment in a beautiful setting with every need cared for, from policing and security to the efficiency and friendship of the camp and leisure park attendance. This was a trip of a lifetime. When we heard the news on local radio Westport that the town was nominated as the favourite place in Ireland to live, Joan and I smiled knowingly at each other. With the promise of another music festival at Westport House next year, We are already making plans. Let the good times roll. Since we're in a property, and the property in this environment is the home of music, I'll follow on with the musical theme in this next room. It's called Land, Sea and Song with Leonard Cohen, An Afterglow. I think I wrote this in 2010. On August the 4th, 2010, following a late breakfast, I exited the caravan at Ross's Point, down to Sligo. As usual, I pause and do a 360-degree turn to take in the view. The now familiar land and seascape is always different and beautiful in each changing hour and light, and its charm is like a whiff of oxygen to clear the mind and heighten the senses. Armed with binoculars, notepad and pen, I start for the beach by crossing the campsite. The distant rocks at Ross's Point, beyond the long strand, is my desired destination. Stopping above the lifeguard hut in what was an old defence battery on Bowmore Point, I studied the rusty shafts of gun mountings set in concrete discs. Again, I surveyed the vista from this high vantage point. Automatically, my eyes drawn to Lissadell House, a grey mansion set in wooded surrounds and with the walled garden sloping down to the beach. Just 12 hours before, Joan and I had left the vicinity of this historic arena, having attended nearly 4 hours of heavenly rapture in the presence of the enigmatic, energetic, entertaining poet, singer and musician, Mr. Leonard Cohen, with his fellow musicians and backing singers. It was an evening in heaven. The imposing countryside, the surroundings with its echoes of poets, painters and their associates, lent itself to the ambience of our latter-day poetic genius, and to Leonard Cohen, with his dedicated, flawless performance, complimentary musings, and W.B. Yeats quotes also seemed in awe of the occasion. He may have felt in heaven. At 75 years of age, facing an adoring audience of 10,000 patrons, the amphitheatre of Sligo and with Lissadell House in his immediate foreground, his ability to still entertain while in good health would not be taken for granted by such a spiritual and philosophical mind, and he radiated his aura for all present. Descending the steps to the strand below, I view the cellars, caves eroded out of the black rocks on the cliff face. These caves are still rolling, being within the reach of the waves and tidal action. I walk northwards along the beach, collecting oddments of green string from the last tide line to make some presumed artistic piece in the future. The large metal half-dome of a buoy submerged in the sand with its riveted sections, huge nut and suspension board thrusting into itself, is like a huge chocolate Easter egg. Crossing the shallow stream, fanning its delta through the sand, I head for the wall of rock jutting into the waves. It looked like a carefully built wall of worked stone laid down in regular courses. Beyond the wall, the sand gives way to rough pavement with haphazard rock strewn in all directions. Large concentrations of shells in mounds and hollows fill every space between the projecting rocks. Out to sea, the distant blue headlands shimmer and reflect in mirage and show pillars and strange structural forms in the recesses of the imagination. The headland at Rattley Point, with the conical shape of Loch Lane Hill nearby, brings the eye back along a narrow quick-brook of farm fields with a silver fringe of sand and shingle beach towards the groves of Lissadell. Between here and the shore, a large expanse of dried earth sand is golden and bright. It's golden in the bright sun, and a green flashing beacon on a square structure. On a square structure on stilts shows the way to Drumcliff Bay, which is a large oval inlet hidden from my view on the right. Sitting on a rock viewing the beautiful setting of Lissadell House and the ephemeral tents and structures associated with the open-air concerts, and understood from first-hand knowledge of the previous evening, I am transferred back to the joy of that musical entertainment and rapture. A murmur of music, magic over the sound of the surf, reminds me that Leonard Cohen is conducting a sound check for this night's performance. Filled with the joy, memory and connectiveness of this humble man, owning his already perfect skill, I return back along the shore to the echoes of that living legend, and in the shadow of the literary and artistic greats of this eastern locality, I am sketching memorable and meaningful thoughts with the palette and brush strokes of my mind. Thank you. Now we have two more short little bits, like